me, okay, wait, let me show you this book. This one.
Atomic Habits. James Clear.
Oh,
Hi,
hello.
Liz. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm doing great so far. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic.
I see. What did you do last weekend?
Last weekend? I don't remember now because I'm in present now. I'm doing something in present. But I think last weekend I have been in my village, roaming around,
Mm-hmm.
running through woods, in farms. I was, watching greenery of, grass.
I see. I see you've been doing a lot of things then. And what about today? What have you done today?
Today, since morning, like I woke up very early in the morning. I took exercise, and after that, I taught my students. After teaching my students, no, I have a spare time, so I'm just talking with tutors on Cambly.
I see. You had a lot of great things going on. So today's a good day for you.
Every day is good day for me because I can complain about days, and complaining about days means I'm complaining about the things that existence want to do with me. So I play with existence. I give him freedom to do whatever they want to do, and it want to do.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's really great. You're an optimistic person. That's good to know.
Thank you. So tell me about yourself. Like, how have you been doing? I think I had talked with you few weeks back. It seems
Yeah,
like
we
that.
yeah, somehow. I think we talked on March actually. Yeah.
March. How have been you doing since then?
I've been doing great actually. I couldn't be better. I've been having a lot of classes these past few weeks, and I actually bought a book that I would really recommend to any people out there.
Okay,
Have you
please.
read of Atomic? Okay, wait, let me show you this book. This one.
Atomic Habits. James Clear. Yes, I have heard on an audiobook of it. I haven't read the book.
Oh, you've heard the audiobook, but you haven't read it.
Yes, but I would like to take a glance on it once again. Audiobook, I don't remember. And after, listening to audiobook, I will, decide whether I have to buy this book or not.
Yeah,
What was
it's
the name of the book? Atomic Habits, right? Yes,
yeah,
I
Atomic
have.
Habits.
Mhm. So, how many pages you have finished so far?
I've actually just finished two chapters so far, so I'm on chapter 3 for now.
So, can you give me some summary points out of those two chapters and the points that have touched you?
Okay. For chapter 1 actually, what I really like about it is that it says that you have to you have to get 1% better every day in the things you do. And for chapter 2, instead of focusing on your goals, like you want to become slim, you want to become smart, focus on who you want to become instead. Like identify what kind of person you want to be in the future so that you can change your habits easily. So that's my key takeaway for chapter 2 actually.
Great. So, like, you have to believe in process instead of focusing on your goal. Just you have to. Am I right? Like, I think
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, focus on the systems, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a question though, because I've seen a lot of successful people that always says that focus on the system. Why do you think we should focus on the system and not the goal?
Uh, See, if you are focusing on the goal, it means it can make you depressed and frustrated some point of time. Because for me, I want to have good muscles, for example, okay.
Mhm.
And if I would start looking at somebody who has already been working since 6 years, 7 years, 10 years on their, muscles, and they have now good physique. So if I'm looking at him and I'm trying to compare myself with him at this point of time, definitely I will be depressed. Like I will go for few days, in gym or somewhere, and I will start comparing my muscles with them. It means it will make me frustrated. It, because I am comparing with someone who has been working since 10 years, and I have started just 2 days ago. So instead of watching someone, I need to work on myself. I need to go every day gym, and I need to train my muscles. And I should just watch my own growing muscles, and I should be happy that my muscles are growing now. So that can make me more optimistic, more energetic, more enthusiastic to go further in this process. But if I just look at the muscular man, it will frustrate me and I will be depressed, and some point of time I'm gonna leave the process.
Yeah, I truly agree with that. So basically, you just have to love the process while achieving that certain goal.
Yeah, even if you look at this existence, it loves process. Just if you are putting the seeds in soil, this is there is a process. It first there will be germination in it, after spore formation and so many stuff. Then birds will come, flower will blossom, and fruit will be laden. So in the same way everything works in this universe. But right now we have such kind of cynic mind. We want to have everything just within few, few seconds, few minutes. That's why we have so many apps that can deliver food within 10 minutes, 5 minutes. If they
Yeah.
are not delivering it in few minutes, you will be angry over deliveries. What And you may fight with him, fight with them. It's happening everywhere. So we
Yeah.
are becoming machine, kind of machine.
Yeah, you're right about that actually. We lose patience over the slow things these days. But what about you? Do you lose patience as well if the thing that you're trying to order did not come as planned?
No, I enjoy. If even they will come late, I'll enjoy. Okay, there is some reason because of it came late. So I enjoy it. I do not lose patience. Yes, sometimes I'm human being. To be honest, I lose patience, but I don't lose it easily. It will take great amount of, like, what can I say? If somebody has done blunder, and if I know they have done deliberately, then only I can lose my patience.
How do you not lose patience though? How do you keep cool?
How do I keep cool? I just, it is not matter of keeping myself cool just by, trying to, what, trying to control myself. It is not this. I just look at the things clearly, that what could have happened, what are the possibilities, and according to this, like my delivery boy came late. So what can be possibility? They might have habit got into heavy traffic. They might had a mid accident, or like lots of other stuff. So I just see about all these things that make me enable to understand the situation and understand the humanity at the same time. So I cannot lose my patience. You're getting me.
Wow. Yeah, that's really great. You have lots of perceptions and then you analyze and assess your conclusion to it then.
Yeah,
That's really great. I never thought of that.
yeah. So that's all. And we have never taught what should have, the things that should have been taught in our schools by our parents. Like we don't have any sort of consciousness. Once we will be conscious, we can see things clearly. There will be no anger, no agitation, not sorrow, not happiness. Anything cannot. Like we will have, but it will have in limitation. It They will be in limitation. Okay, that you can control easily. If you look
Mhm.
at the just 40-50 years back songs, it looks like they are very slow. Their rhythm, their tone, everything is slow, but they are not slow. They are running with existence. And as far as we are growing up now, we are trying to be mechanical. Because when I go 90s, when I hear like 90s song, I enjoy all sorts of songs. 70s song, then I find one thing, that they are speaking very slow. They are singing very slowly. Sometimes it looks like this is out of tune for today's generation. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sometimes.
yeah, sometimes. But when I go in depth, then I find they are right. They are, you know, trying to walk along with existence, but we are trying to go ahead of existence. So we are wrong. They are not wrong. They are
What?
simple-hearted
Yeah.
people, simple-hearted, simple-minded people who have just simple heart. They don't have heart like us. We are watching web series where we are being taught how to have 100 partners, in single life. But they are simple-hearted people. Just they believe in one heart for whole life.
So that's the difference between the people of the previous generation and the current one.
Yeah.
I I was quite, intrigued by what you said, that the previous generation, they live in the present existence while we live in the future. We think about the future a lot. Like what kind of situation is, like easier to understand better?
No. Uh, Please, can you elaborate once again? You intrigued by, so I wanna clarify
I
the.
will I
Mhm.
want to know what kind of situation, like an example perhaps.
Please, can you clarify once more?
Okay, I said that you mentioned that in the previous generation they they just focus on the present while we focus on the future. What kind of situation portrays that?
Uh, Now see, what kind of situation portrays that? I think if you wouldn't have watched, because I have kind of mind and very curious mind who goes to investigate about everything. So I sometimes I go back to past, so I could understand how about the situation on those days and what is situation right now. So one thing I have seen very clearly, that those people had not to think about economy so much. you know they were just working all day long, and like fulfilling their belly, you can say, and that much was enough. They do not dream about, I should say, they did not dream about car, luxurious hotels, going into cafe and so many other stuff. So they don't have to think about these things. So they were just living in present, just fulfilling the present need. But we have to think about lots of other stuff. Except we are breathing right now, that is enough. But we are thinking about future, that I should have Ferrari, very one of the, I think Ferrari, you have heard this name. It is very
Yeah.
famous car in India. Everybody want to have right now. One want to go five-star hotels, want to have so many luxurious things. So they have to think in future. Otherwise, they cannot enjoy these things. Right. In present, you cannot enjoy. You don't have these things. So you have to think about future to get it.
Yeah, I see now. But which one do you think is better in your opinion? To just be satisfied with what you have, or to think about the future needs or wants?
Listen, like both has their own importance, so I can't deny. But I think it is far more better than be satisfied with the things that you have than rendering about the future things, because we don't know when this existence will take away our lives. So it is better to be content with whatever we have in present. But At the same time, we will not, we have to get better every day in every aspect of life. So we can think about future as well, but we should not let our future dominate our present. That should be the conclusion. Our
I
present should dominate the future, but not future should dominate the present. And past should have no value. Yeah, past can have only value if you want to open the chapter and learn something then on.
Yeah, so it's just the past is just, learn from our mistakes.
Yes.
How do we make a present dominate the future?
Like being present, enjoying every moment. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm saying you to just think about future, that you have to be better. You should have good house, good sort of comfort, conveniences to live. But right now, you should not, like, what we say, mm, you should not repent our present life. Yeah, you should accept it happily. Whatever you have, you you should be happy, but you must think about past. But past should, like, sorry, I'm saying future, but future should not dominate you. Who knows about future? You cannot have, you know Lamborghini or Ferrari after all thinking about it a lot. So if you are thinking, you are wasting your present moment too. So live in present moment. Don't let it influenced by the future and past.
So to summarize it all, it's like be content for what you have and be
Yeah,
wise for the future decisions.
and it can be learned from this existence. Like look at the trees simply. They don't bother about past and future. They are just standing somewhere. If wind is blowing, he is also, dancing with winds. If
Yeah,
a
I never
storm,
thought of that. Yeah.
yeah, it is dancing with winds simply. When a scorching sun comes, trees bear it, just bear it. But trees were not thinking that it is going to be a scorching sun in future. I have to be prepared. No, it came just now. Now trees are capable enough to bear it.
So they're basically trying to survive the
Survive.
present
They,
moment.
they are in tune with the existence, because existence even doesn't know what is present and what is past and what is future. Existence only knows present, only and only knows present. That's why existence is, for existence there is no time. For us, this there is time.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of existence, by the way, what do you have like any deep questions in mind when you think about our existence as human beings, especially for this generation?
Especially, sorry.
Especially for this generation, we have a lot of problems going on, the climate change, the economy. Do you ever think about a question about our existence nowadays?
I like see these problems has been happening since time of immemorial. Once we were just uh, early man, so we had so many challenges in front of us: how to search fire, how to get food, how to grow crops, you know and once we overcame it, we had different sort of challenges: how to invent electricity, aeroplanes, you know mobile phones. And today we have these things. So now we have different sort of challenges,
Yeah.
economically challenged, how to overcome the climate crisis that is going to be dominant after a few decades, and not few decades, after a few years, because every day we are increasing the consumption of things that are degrading the quality of ozone layers and so many things. So definitely the consequences will be seen after a few years. So we will have challenges always. But now those challenges were very primitive, and that could be satisfied with natural things. Just it was in nature. But today's problem is arising out of nature, and its solution will also come out of nature. So now if we are able to bring this solution at the right time, then we are going to survive. Otherwise, we can extinct from this world. Like tomorrow, if ozone layer will be depleted, sort of rays will start coming. We will have no technology to protect ourselves from these things. Then what will happen? Tomorrow, snow will melt. Right now, glaciers are melting. So that all the glaciers will melt and come on Earth. Then this small planet will sink in water. So we cannot stop it. But if we will have technology which can stop the melting of glaciers, then definitely we are going to survive, right?
Yeah,
Or
true.
we will have technology which will take away to the different other planets. Then this is different matter as well.
So I think it depends on us if we come up with a solution for this problem then.
Yeah, because these problems are unnatural, we can say unnatural, and solution will also come out of the nature, because nature hasn't these solutions, because we are causing it, so we should have solution for this.
Yeah, true. That's what I've been thinking about. It's our actually mistake with that, which is why there's climate change and high rise temperatures.
No, you could have seen in your life, sometimes you don't take things seriously, when it is just you take normal, but when it happens, then it looks like how big something had happened. Like for example, I was driving, okay, and I was driving carelessly. I met with accident. Now my two hands and legs have been fractured. Then only I know what is the importance of these legs and hands. Up to that point, I was knowing nothing. I was careless. I have never faced the consequences. That's why. And now, at once I face the consequences, I don't have capable legs and hands. Then only I understand what is the importance of legs and my hands. The same thing will happen with human beings. Right now, everybody is sleeping. They don't know. But once the point will be, reached, that peak point, then only they will wake up, and they will have there will be no time, no solution in their hand.
So you're
Because
saying that we only learn how to appreciate something once we experience the consequence.
yeah, that's
That
right.
doesn't sound like a good news. We wait for the impact.
There is no good news on this planet right now. If even a single wise person can, like anybody who has or who have intellect, can see clearly we are reckless. We don't know what we are doing. That is problem. And when you don't know what you are doing, you can understand very well that what can be the result.
Yeah. I actually don't know what, yeah, exactly. We don't know what we're doing, but we keep on living our life like
Yes,
nothing's going on behind us or something.
that's what I'm saying you. What are we doing? We are just, seeing some people, bunch of people, and we are copying them, and we are trying to live in the same way. We don't know what we are doing.
Yeah, but
And
how do we know? Like how should we know?
Mhm.
Because, it's not good news to for our human species to be vanished or something.
And nothing was good news. Lions, tigers are on the verge of extinction. So many flowers, plants are on the verge of extinction. So these were not good news too. But existence has to, you know, what can we say? Bring things at right order. So if existence will see that we have to bring it right order, it will bring. They have enough might to keep things in order, right? So I think you are afraid of. Don't be afraid of anyway.
Yeah, I'm
You are
actually afraid of the future. Yeah.
you are afraid of future because your uh, gesture and posture tells it. So don't be afraid of, because only if you want to enjoy your life at fullest extent, then be brave. Only brave can enjoy life in this existence on this planet. Otherwise, For a coward one, nothing is good here. Yeah.
Nothing is
So
good, but just think good, basically.
yes. So yeah. So I think what was your question? I forgot. You know, sometime I have a sort of mind. I will forget future, past, present, everything.
Oh, okay. Okay, I have another question. Since you keep on saying that we should live on the present, do you not ever think about, what's going to happen tomorrow? What good thing will happen for you tomorrow?
Why would I think about tomorrow? I have to think about in this moment what good thing is happening. I'm alive. I'm talking with you. You know, my fan is running. It is giving me cool air. I'm feeling cool. So much thing I have to think in the present. You know, so why I would think about tomorrow, right? So I think you have kind of mind who is going in tomorrow, but I don't have, and I think I had also, but uh, slowly it vanished away. So now I have just a mind who lives in present. And how did it happen? I think I started meditating, and one meditative mind can only be happy, can be in present. And we all have that kind of mind, but we have never been cultivated this treasure because of society.
Yeah.
Few individuals on this planet have cultivated it, and they reach to the culmination point, like people like Jesus, people like Muhammad, people like Ram, Krishna, Buddha, Osho. They just use this treasure and reach to the peak point.
Yeah, you're right about that actually. It's because of society, which is why all of the individuals nowadays likes to think about the future because we're at a fast pace right now.
You know, I have seen people thinking about their 25th birthday. They are right now of 10 and they are thinking about 25th birthday. What are they gonna do on 25th birthday? Then I find what kind of cynic mind these people have. Uh, you don't know next second what existence can do with you. It will do oof and you will be gone away, you know, and you are thinking about your 25th birthday.
Wow, a 10-year-old thinking of the 25th birthday celebration. That's planning ahead very early.
Like we have never been taught one thing that should be taught since our birthday, that our birthday is not birthday, our birthday is our death day. Because once we born, at the same time our death has been fixed. Our birth has not been fixed, our death has been fixed. Someday we are going to die. So we would have courage to accept our death so that we could do something courageous in our life, that we knew now that we have to die someday. So we don't have enough time. We are in hurry. We must do something worthwhile in our life. But we have never taught all the books, all the cultures, everything had been always hiding the death. And I don't think so. I think if these cultures or these books or these preachers would have celebrated the death and would have told that death is only that cannot be denied, then a human being would have done better in their life. They would have been more civilized, more cultured, more exuberant, more alive. That's all.
Yeah. What I do know is that if you don't deny death, then you are willing to take risk every day, which makes you feel alive and, become more alive than you were before.
And what about life? Life means risk. Life should be on risk each and every moment. Then only one can enjoy life. Otherwise, I know people think they are enjoying life, but they are not because they do not know the deeper dimension so far. That's why at the like if you don't know how to go inside the river, then on the surface of water you could think that you are into the river. But one who know how to go depth into the river can only understand river is so deep that if you really want to enjoy the river, then you'll have to go into depth of the water, right?
Wow, that's
So
a very nice analogy.
the
Yeah.
same thing with our life, you know, we are just enjoying on the surface. Just look at our life. It is, ending in the periphery of two, three things like money, biological needs, everybody has. Just, I think two things, just two things in dominating our life: money and biological needs.
Yeah, it's usually
If
the
you look,
needs. Yeah,
yes, just two needs. But life is not about these two needs. Yeah, one biological needs has been given by the nature in us, so that is different thing. Even people are not experiencing it in depth, you know. And money is invention of human being itself. God has not given you money. Otherwise, if money would have been needed, then they could have given you money with your leg and hands and head too.
I see. So basically, you get more if you have in-depth knowledge of anything. Wow, I'll have to think about more of that often. I'm usually the future, think of the future person, but I'm sorry, but my reservation student is calling at the moment, so I'll have to
Okay,
leave now. Thank you very much.
thank you, and it was nice talking with you once again.
Me too. I hope you have a nice day.
Bye.